All right, today is overall a good day in terms of me starting to just avoid distractions altogether. And it was a successful day regarding that. There was no consumption of entertainment whatsoever. I can definitely feel the difference, and I feel my body and brain sort of craving it, but I expected to feel that. Even though it's just day one, I think over time it'll become easier. Overall, today was a very, very basic day. Well, I woke up really early around like 4:30 a.m. and I started scripting a new video that I'm going to, outlining more than scripting, but it's good that I'm getting that started again. It's been a while since I've really done a proper YouTube video. So that's good. And then that was done around like 5 a.m. because I couldn't go back to sleep. Then I walked my dog and practiced piano a lot today, as well as just rested a lot as well, because the lack of sleep. I think I took like maybe 3 to 4 naps. But overall, it's a good day in terms of productivity, I'd say. It could be better. I could have done way more, but I think in terms of just keeping distractions at bay and not letting them into my life and, starting this path again for that particular 30-day challenge of being distraction free, that's a good start for day one. As for rare events today, actually, let's look at the structure of how we're supposed to do this. I have since forgotten. Okay, number one is adventure of the day, or past story if I didn't have an adventure. I suppose we did have an adventure today, more like an incident. I was walking my dog, and sometimes when it's like really close to my house, I don't necessarily leash my dog because it's just like right at the front. And there was this one big dog that was playing with their two owners, I guess like teenage girls. And they were like, I walked past them, and my dog walked past them because whenever we walk, even if she's not on a leash, we're together right next to each other. And the dog seemed really like excited and they were playing with the owners and stuff, but it seemed like they had a leash on him, which at the end they told me they did. But what happened was after we passed them, heading back to the house, the dog just somehow got out of their leash. I didn't see because they were behind me, and they started charging at my dog. And to me, I was, in hindsight, like I felt like I could have done so many things differently, but I just didn't, because number one, when a big dog is running at full speed, it's really fast. The second it passed me is when I like just sprinted for my dog to pick her up, but my dog was also trying to avoid the other dog. So, and the other dog was basically already next to me, like right behind me. So I would not have been able to pick up my dog, even if they were on a leash. And that big dog basically went over my dog, like, because my dog is smaller. And I don't know how to describe it. It was basically like just completely on top while my dog is just cowering, I suppose, for maybe like 1 or 2 seconds, because I was full sprinting towards that dog that was attacking mine. And I basically I don't know exactly what happened. It was super fast. I just dove and pushed the dog away from my dog, and my dog just ran back to the house, which was really close by. And I ran with my dog to just make sure she was okay. And I just checked her body and everything was fine. But it was very, very scary for me because in the past, one of my first dogs, not mine, technically the family dog, there was this one morning I'll never forget where my dog came back crying or whimpering by themselves on the leash. The leash was like still on him, but my mom let it go because while she was walking him, these 2 German shepherds just came out of nowhere and attacked Lucky, my dog. My first dog's name is Lucky. And they really, really did a lot of damage. And luckily, one of the neighbors came out and had like, I guess he's like some sort of carpenter. He had some wood. So he just smacked the dog's head because they were not letting go of Lucky. They just kept a death grip on him. And this was all happening where my mom was watching it. She didn't know what to do. It happened super fast. And I can understand her now, because like when one of those big dogs runs full speed at your dog, it's like they are fast, like really, really fast. And reacting to that is very difficult, even if you have your dog on a leash. And my mom did have Lucky on a leash, and all of it still happened. And then from there, lucky he had to get surgery. We didn't know if he would make it. Luckily he did, but it changed him forever. Like he always threw up all the time from then on. And I'm pretty sure it shortened his life as well. And it's just, so I got really scared today that the same thing happened. And that's why I feel like bad. I feel like I should have done way better. But if the dog had intention of, well, I actually screamed at the dog when it passed me. I screamed at the dog to just like stop. I don't know if that had any effect. Actually, when I checked my dog and there was no damage, I was super grateful. Let my dog back in the house, and I went back to just make sure like their dog was okay, because I did push it. And yeah, from there I asked them if their dog was fine, and they said yeah, totally fine. They didn't apologize whatsoever, but I didn't really care too much as long as my dog was fine. But I did notice while I was checking my dog that my knees were really, really screwed up. Like I scraped them completely when I dove to push the dog away. And I didn't even notice at all. I was like, my adrenaline was going. And I noticed that when I approached them to ask if the dog was okay, the dog started like whining a little bit at me, because I guess the dog perceived me as a threat. But again, it was full charge at my dog, and my dog was cowering in fear. So of course my response was going to be to get it away, especially considering my history as well. But luckily everything was okay, and my knees will heal, it's fine, even though like I kind of ripped a hole in one of them and the other one's scraped completely, but it's fine. But the lesson I learned basically is to be way more careful next time, because I understand my mom's emotions now. Like there's hardly anything you can do, even if you have them on a leash. You just have to be very perceptive and prepare beforehand. Like you see a bigger dog, like any big dog that has even the slightest chance of coming at your dog, even if they're far away, like just pick up your dog, just do it. Like there's no reason to risk not doing that. And then lucidity checks, I have this as checkpoints. Checkpoints, I didn't really quite do them very well, although I did do my habits well. So I need to be more clear on what the checkpoints are, like what I need to say or check in with. I think I'll go to my whiteboard and just try to like read through it. I'll do that in a different episode. But progress report, small wins, lots of piano practice. It's a good day for that. Getting back into scripting or outlining videos. And how can I do better? Let's get better sleep. I think that's about it. A good start.